Hi, this is Phil and Andy from SkiTalk.com, and let's talk about the Kästle MX98.
What we have here, Phil, is a wider ski at 137, 98, 120 dimensions, a 20.9 radius, and a 178 that we have here.
So 20.9 meter radius on a 98 in a 178. That's a long turn ski.
That's a long turn ski, not made for carving those quick arcs.
No, but this is a ski that is going to be great for those chargers. And we got a 98 millimeter wide ski that is almost a really wide frontside ski, very traditional in the shape of this ski. And we've got these ZX here as a comparison, the little brother to the MX series. Completely different animal of skis.
Yeah.
I mean, this one here is definitely going to be much more of a charger on the hill. Yeah. Now, with the MX, we've got a ski that people will come in and say to a shop and say, well, my buddy says I should look at the MX98. He has one, he loves it. And usually the question I have to ask then is, which MX98 does he have? And I get the responses of, well, what do you mean? Well, there's numerous different generations of MX series in this range here. It started off with the original MX98, even a little more traditional than this ski here. It had 10 centimeter size increments on it. Some people fell in between sizes, between the 174, 184, 194. If you hit those skis on the head, they're great size skis. They work for you. But a lot of people, even myself, I fell in between sizes. And this is where I begged Kästle, we need to go down to 7 or 8 centimeter increments, which they did later on. Then the MX evolved into a lighter ski that was definitely a little more soft snow biased, and that ski, that second generation MX, was very short-lived, evolved into the BMX 98, if you remember that on that ski. And then after that, we got back into our traditional MX 99, which was a lot like this ski here. And now we have our current generation of MX. I know it sounds a little confusing, but there definitely is a pretty good history of these skis and to understand what you're looking at here. But with this new series of ski, it is probably one of the more versatile MXs that they've had, especially compared to the outgoing MX99, which is definitely on that power side. We still have our power here, but we've got a little more accessible power.
A little toned down in the flex pattern, a little easier to initiate turns with, but still carrying that power through the length of the ski.
Yeah. Kästle, I think numbers are really ambiguous here, but they gave up maybe 5% of that top nth degree power of the ski, and they gained so much more in that lower end. And even spending some time in a ski, it's a ski that, quite frankly, will give you an extra run or two a day over the previous skis. Hey, Jips. So, but we found these skis here just be really fun. Now, you've spent some time in this down in Mammoth, and Mammoth is a great place for this ski.
Yeah, when we did the demo testing down there, that was different conditions than I would have liked to try these in. It was mostly hard. They hadn't had a lot of snow. What there was leftover, chunked up. We went from early morning nice groomers to afternoon slop. And I ran them twice, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and they handle everything really well. They carve, they're solid on carving. You don't feel like you're going to wash out. They run almost full length. As opposed to the ZX, which has a lot of rise in it. So these guys will hold you tight on those groomers, but you still have that accessibility as things soften up and get a little deeper.
I mean, this ski here in the 184 is closer to this ski in the 178 as compared to the 187.
As for running length on a flat.
Exactly. So we had just a ton of fun, definitely on that charging side. So that's going to be, again, who this ski is going to be for. It's definitely for that charger, better skier out there on the hill, and also traditionalists that they're not looking for a powder ski, or they got a specific powder ski here.
Right, and they want something that, more all-weather, does everything well.
And it does everything really well in those ranges. As far as who's it not for, again, that lighter finesse skier, that skier might gravitate over here to the ZX. And also, we do have a ski that's got a comma in its price, so it definitely is a higher point of entry. So let's call them the frugal, are definitely not going to be the ones for this new MX.
Right.
So that's when there's a more to line of skis, and there's plenty of options in that range. So, but for that better skier, that they're going to have a lot of fun on the mountain, because skiing is fun.
If you enjoyed this informative video, hit that bell, subscribe so that you'll stay up to date on the new videos, and check out SkiTalk.com for more ski-related content.
Also, please follow SkiTalk.com on all of your social media channels. No bindings were recalibrated during the production of this video.